Well, hello there, guys. What are you guys doing here? Oh, you're here for another video. My video? Oh, okay. So, I guess I'm gonna have to make a video for you guys. And today, you're lucky it's about the Lacrosse AlphaBurley Pro. I'm gonna be doing a little review on this boot for you guys today. What my thoughts are, what I like and what I don't like about the boot. Straight fact, honest opinions. This video is not sponsored by Lacrosse at all, any way, shape, or form. So whatever I say is just how I feel about the boot. But before we get this video started here, what do you guys think of the background? I got a freaking turkey and a freaking deer. I got another deer over there. I got a turkey down there. I figure I started shooting videos down here in the man cave, you want to call it. The exclusive cave. You know, got some turkeys and deer. Make it more, you know, about the channel, a little bit more hunting. I don't have a fish mount yet, but I'm working on maybe getting a big fish mount here. Maybe another buck mount after this year of archery or rifle. But I figure this makes it look more appealing to the eye, I guess, you know? So, you guys gotta stay tuned for this video, and I'll be right back. So, Lacrosse Boot, very well known name brand, from lace up to rubber boot. They are a very well named company, I would say. I own an old pair, about 5 or 6 years old now. They are 1200 gram boots, and I've had some ups and downs with them, not gonna lie. So, after last year, been wearing 1200 gram boots for just about every hunting thing. I've been thinking about getting a new pair because I'm tired of walking around with 1200 gram boots on. It's very tiring if you're turkey hunting, and even going archery hunting, walking into the stands. Some of my hunt stands are within a mile walk, so uphill, downhill, mud, cricks, you know, all that. You don't want to be carrying that 1200 gram boot through the whole woods, and then especially if you shoot a deer, you got to drag the deer out while you're wearing them boots, so they could be a real pain in the butt, if you know what I mean. So, I went online, did some research on Lacrosse, and I've been checking out some of their boots, and I ended up going with the AlphaBurley Pro Uninsilated version. Now, they do have an 800 gram, I believe, and I think a 1600 gram boot, which is kind of crazy for me, just because a 1200 gram boot is super heavy for me, but a 1600 gram boot seems a little extreme unless you really need that insulation in your feet. But around here, I guess in Pennsylvania, you don't need that much weather, or you don't need that much insulated boot. However, maybe if it gets below 20 degrees and you're out hunting, then you might need that boot, but I don't need that boot right now. So, I'm going to show you the guys the boot here. Here it is. The Lacrosse AlphaBurley Pro. A little bit of angles here, get the bottom of the boot in there, get the inside. They got this like blaze orange on the inside, which is kind of cool in my opinion, but we're probably going to start with the pros about the boot, what I like, and then we're going to work over the cons and then see where it goes from there. So, what I like about the boot, first off, is the support. This boot has amazing support when walking. I don't know what year when they started doing this. Maybe they started doing earlier models when I bought my older pair of boot, but they reinforced this back. It is a game changer. Having this reinforced rubber in your back, your leg and Achilles and such, helps dramatically when walking. It doesn't dig into the side of your ankle or leg when walking. My older pair do that when you're especially walking up a hill. That cutoff line where the insulation rubber, like reinforced rubber on the old boot is, it digs into the edge of your ankle. It kills my feet, and I hate it so bad sometimes. And I'll come home after a hard day hunting, and my feet are all just blistered up and sore, and yeah, I can't wear the boot for like another week because it's so bad. So I got this. They got this reinforced, which is nice, like I said. I have this reinforced toe. I don't know if you can see right here. is, there you can see it right there. There's like a 2-layer reinforced rubber there. That is helpful when you are walking through the woods in case you don't want to puncture the boot. My older pair, I did put a teeny tiny hole in the front of this, and ended up like, over time, I'd be in the water and you could feel that damp water, water feel in your boot. And I was like, oh, maybe it's sweat, but it ended up it was water. But I got the pull plugged so it doesn't leak anymore. Excuse me, my cat's going crazy right now. It's like running around. Anyway, back to the boot. You can see where it flex. It flexed just about here, and right here is where that rubber is. So your toes aren't getting smashed by this, which is, good. So they're not digging into your toes aren't getting sore. So that bend point is great. So that's probably just about almost middle of your foot, and I don't feel it when you're walking. It's not cutting into your foot, so that's really good. Also, there's a slight reinforced rubber here going right up around this boot right here, and that helps walking forward. It's basically like having a lace-up ankle boot on, so it gives you that ankle support. You're not going to roll your ankle walking or going up hills or coming down hills or walking along the ridge line of a hill, so which is nice to have. So that's definitely a pro I like. It definitely supports your ankle. It supports your toes. It doesn't kill your ankles or toes when you're walking. So that's a big plus when people who are looking for walking. It's great to have. The lace-up system here, it's not like a muck boot or anything. It's like an elastic, this thin backing here, and then there's like your regular thick foam nylon around here. But the Lacrosse, I think Lacrosse is the only company that does this style. Well, I shouldn't say this style, but this mechanism they have. It's just a piece of rope or whatever you want to call it, nylon or strap. We'll go with strap. But this strap you pull tight, it shrinks up the backing of the boot, so it wraps. It hugs your calf better. If you guys who have bigger calves, so you can open it up and get your foot in there, and then it gives your calf space. And then once if you want to tighten it up, and then there's a little buckle here. It's going to be hard to see. Right there. There's a buckle that clamps shut real easy. It don't click. It just kind of, if I can get it, there. It's just a smooth little snap. There's no noise when you click it, and it secures that strap in there perfect. Now my older pair, that never worked. Out of the box, it never worked. So having that strap secure your boot backing is excellent. Traction, the traction's great. It's like a great sidewall gripping, whatever bottom you want to call to it. Same as the heel. It's got a nice sturdy heel. The back, it has a little lip for those guys that have a hard time taking boots off. It makes taking off rubber boots very easy when they have this little back support, whether you could put it on another boot that you have on, they pull off a step ledge, your truck, anywhere. You can probably pry this off your foot with ease. Me, I've never had to really use it. My foot just pops right out. Now, going with that, your foot does not move in this boot at all. When you're walking, the back of your ankle isn't popping up out of the back of the boot. Your foot does not slide. Now, this boot is a little bit bigger than my foot, and I can feel it just because my toes aren't up against like the front of the boot, or my heel isn't up against the back. But there's no sliding. My feet don't slide in this boot forward, backwards. Even walking down a hill or up a hill, I don't feel it. My foot, once I get my foot in here and they have this reinforced thing here, this like edge or whatever you want to call it, it just holds your foot in. I don't know how to describe like what makes it hold your foot perfectly, but my foot isn't sloppy inside the boot, which is so nice. It's not killing the front of your toes walking down a hill. It's not killing the back of your leg or the back of your Achilles when you're walking up a hill or just walking in general. It's very supportive. Continuing with what I like about this boot, really, is this orange inside. This is kind of cool. I just kind of like the color. Now, I don't think this is designed for like a safety thing for deer rifle or like fall turkey or anything when you have, or squirrel hunting whenever you have to wear orange. I think it's just there just for design, but it's a bright orange. It's a fluorescent orange, like a hunting orange color. So I think that this kind of goes along with like the camo, and this kind of matches, looks cool. But also, let me see if I can get it. I don't know how many other boots do this, but you're able to fold this down like this, and that allows your boot to air out, so you don't get that stinky smell in your boot, especially when you're archery hunting. I don't know if that smell can come out of your boot really when you're up on the stand. So that it kind of eliminates the odor in your boot, so it airs out and it's not holding heat and all that sweat from you guys walking. So after going along with that, we'll get this pulled back up. It's real easy. It just pops. And I do that all the time after I take my helmet off, and it's still, this boot holds. Cat's going crazy again. Anyway, my boot, it never loses that posture. It's always straight up. It's not bending one side or the other or flopping, you know. It's a sturdy boot, which I love. Because I was kind of worried about getting another boot. I was thinking about getting a pair of snake boots or even another pair of ankle lace-up boots. But I really like having a rubber boot for archery just because it's scent-free. So that's another thing you want to chalk up on the list, is it's a scent-free boot. It says right here, you guys can see that, scent-free. So I believe all rubber boots are scent-free. They mark on their boot scent-free. So having that scent-free boot is key in archery hunting, I think. So that's another thing I like about it. It says Lacrosse on the bottom there, orange, kind of cool, you know. Just the color scheme and the design. It says it up the one side of the back, Lacrosse. I guess that's kind of it for the pros. But going on to the cons, I have maybe a handful. This is what I'm saying, is this is a great boot, but also I'm trying to throw the cons in about the boot. So the one thing I don't really like about the boot is this nylon material that wraps around the top of the boot, especially because I tucked my pants in the boot. So I was walking through like a field briar kind of thicket thing, and I ended up getting all these like burrs along my boot. I mean, they were on my pants and stuff, but I got them all along this boot, and I ended up getting in the truck, and it was all through my truck. So that's one thing I don't like. I mean, after like a day or two, the briars just kind of died off, and they just wiped right off. But if they're still green, they're really going to stick to this. So this is kind of annoying. But I guess going back to the pros about it, though, it flexes with when you're walking. You know, it's not like a tight rubber, so maybe it doesn't chafe your leg as much. I guess so that's why they have that like that. But like I said, that's a briar pickup. It picks up a lot of crap when you're walking through a field or anything thick and heavy. Moving on with the cons, is your feet do, even though these are the uninsulated model, your feet sweat. I think any boot you get, your feet are going to sweat when you're walking. So this kind of goes with every boot out there. But it was like 30 or 40 degrees the opening day of archery, and I walked like a mile or so back to my stand. Granted, that's a long walk to a hunting stand. My feet did sweat. I expected them to sweat. So if people who have a problem with sweating boots and then your feet get cold after an hour sitting in the stand because your feet sweat so much, that's a problem with the boot. Your feet sweat, but like I said, I think every boot sweats, so that's kind of like a neutral zone with this boot. I think that kind of wraps up the cons for the boot. Like I said, I don't really have that many. I just had them two, and that's all I really had to say about the boot. I mean, other than that, it's a well-built boot, other than your feet sweat, and this nylon material picks up a lot of junk walking through the woods. But, I mean, it's a great boot. I'm not, you know, like I said, this video isn't sponsored like by Lacrosse or anything. This is just my facts of what I think of the boot. Now, I believe there's a 800 gram boot and a 1600 gram boot model, like I said in the beginning of the video. Why you would need that heavy of a boot. I can understand maybe the 8s for that mid-weather. Here in Pennsylvania, it can get down to the 30s or 40s, maybe the 20s if it's a cold winter. That's the key, winter. when you would need those, really. 1,600 grams. It don't get that cold in Pennsylvania to need a 1,600 gram pair of boots. That's something you would need in like Alaska. If you're like in the tundra, nothing. It's just snow 24/7, like 10 degrees. Maybe you'll need a pair of boots on a snowmobile or a quad or something like that. But around here, I don't see a lot of guys using 1,600 grams. I think the most I have is 1,200, and that's pushing grams for a lot of guys I know that don't even use that high of a boot gram. I think that's going to wrap up today's video. I just wanted to make a short little video for you guys. Me and Paul are going to be out Saturday, Sunday, and Monday archery hunting. And yes, I said Sunday. This Sunday is going to be the first Sunday archery hunt for deer, whitetail deer, in Pennsylvania. We've never had a Sunday hunt for whitetail deer before in Pennsylvania ever since that rule came out about, other states you can hunt Sundays. There's certain rules, I think. If you own property, you can hunt Sundays, but if you don't, you hunt state game land, you can't hunt Sundays. Don't quote me on any of that. But this Sunday is going to be the first Sunday for archery. So me and Paul are just going to be hitting them 3 days hard, I think, with a couple spots we have for deer. I've put up a new stand for that spot. There's a camera, there's a hard scrape of deer, a buck's been hidden. So we're thinking we're going to get something this weekend. We're hoping we got our fingers crossed. But anyway, just wrapping things up here. Lacrosse AlphaBurley Pro. I got this boot for about $130 in Sportsman's Warehouse. Go check out Sportsman's Warehouse to see if they have the boot still in stock. No, Sportsman's Warehouse does not sponsor me at all. I just do a lot of shopping there online because it's local and it's close. So they usually have a great deal with some of the stuff. And this was a good deal on it. $130. I mean, you can't beat that really for a good, well-built boot. Some of them boots range up to $200. Why you pay $200 for a boot? No idea. Why would you do that? So go out, Sportsman's Warehouse, check them out. AlphaBurley Pros. This is the uninsulated model. You can get 800 or you can get the 600, like I said. Now, just to wrap everything up there, hopefully you guys got all that information from me, all that exclusive information about this exclusive boot made from Lacrosse. But make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below what do you guys think of my background. Do you like the turkey? Shot in Virginia, whitetail deer, big 10-point, crab claw up there. Shot in Pennsylvania, archery season by my old man. I got a buck over here. Rifle season, 9-point. Another turkey down over that corner. Virginia hunt by my old man. These two turkeys, my old man shot them. But make sure to hit that little bell notification. That notifies all you guys that are subscribed that when I post a new video, it sends you a notification through the YouTube app if you have a YouTube app, or if you have an email set up through YouTube, you'll get an email notifying you saying, hey, Exclusive Outdoors has a brand new video. You guys gotta go check it out. So definitely you guys liking, subscribing, commenting lets me know if you guys like the videos, what you guys think of the videos, and subscribing helps you guys keep with the exclusive outdoor footage that me and Paul create almost every week. I'm trying to do just pumping out videos, fishing, all that, hunting, all sorts of stuff but outdoors. We're just trying to make some awesome footage for you guys. So just to wrap all that up, but I will see you guys in the next video and keep it exclusive.